Hello everybody, how are you all going today? I'm currently parked up at the beach and I thought to myself I might do a reading, but then I thought as I'm moving kind of more into, I guess, like kind of back into my spiritual kind of talks and stuff and mental health talks, I want to get back into doing readings for people. And I think about maybe doing it possibly on my YouTube channel. I'm kind of just doing one thing at a time, but I mentioned light work in my bio. I myself resonate with being a light worker. Now, I haven't found a lot of actually any yet, just as I'm about to say like what a light worker is. I'm going to read it from this oracle deck that I've got, my Lightworker Oracle book, and this to me has literally been like, this is my parents. Like this oracle deck has been what has got me through. It's given me hope, especially going through the dark night of the soul. It has given me so much guidance and deep understanding on a spiritual level, because the advice that I would be given just wasn't really fitting to like my deep spiritual kind of healing shit, if that makes sense. And I was gonna just do a reading for my light workers, but equally I think I should probably kind of go into detail on what light work is, or what a light worker is here to do. And also there's some questions in this oracle deck. I remember answering them myself to see if you maybe perhaps are a light worker. And yeah, I'll quickly show you guys this oracle deck though. It's very, very beautiful. Like, oh, I just love, some of them are upside down, are they? Yeah. But just, they're so beautiful. Like, it gives me goosies. But yes, let's get into what a light worker is, because this, it's good for me to just go from this book, because it means it's just explained more in depth, better than I can, because I'm still currently a bit brain foggy with going through the dark night of the soul, and connecting my words up can be a little bit hard at the moment. But what are light workers, you may ask? So light workers are what I call old souls. They may be healers, they may be office workers, they may be in any profession at all, not just following a spiritual vocation. Yet all light workers possess certain qualities. They have an interest in being of service. They want to live a life of passion and purpose, and have their life mean something at a spiritual level. They care about causes that stir their hearts. They believe the world would be more loving and peaceful if human beings were not so fearful. Light workers tend to be sensitive, compassionate, and highly intuitive, even if they would rather not make waves, which I don't like making waves, in brackets, because they love peace. Light workers tend to rock the boat. This is part of their divine destiny. They are meant to be loving agents for change, bringing in new belief systems that are based in love rather than in fear. Love creates powerful healing change. Those who are in fear-based belief systems have difficulty trusting in the process of change. Sometimes such people can feel confronted by the love that a light worker carries. It can trigger their fear of letting go of control. Staying true to your love-based beliefs as a light worker is like gently shining love's light upon the fearful. In time, they may become more willing to trust in love's goodness and healing power, rather than trying to ridicule, bully, or destroy that which could ultimately help them find peace and happiness. Often fundamentally different to their family of origin, light workers can be proverbial black sheep of the family, which you guys have heard me talk about a lot on here, holding a completely different understanding of the world. They may love their family very much, and yet struggle to be themselves within the family. Or they can play the role of adored child to whom everyone in the family turns when in trouble or needs a shoulder to cry on, and I resonate with both. They may feel as though they are breaking family traditions and carving out a life that is not necessarily understood by their family members. This requires great courage and self-belief, because being different isn't easy. Some light workers tell me that they wonder if they were adopted, even when they look like their parents, because they feel so different to the rest of the family. And I resonate with that so fucking hard. The sense of being different can also arise at work, with friends, and in how the lightworker feels about current events, compared to what the media presents or what most people think. Mostly they just need to be reassured that, although this can be challenging at times, it can also be quite freeing, and there's nothing wrong with them. There is nothing wrong with you if you're resonating with this. They are meant to be different. It's part of their life purpose to not fit in the mainstream all the time. Often lightworkers were raised in environments where it was important for them to take care of others' needs than to tend to their own needs. They may not have even realised they had needs apart from the need to tend to others. And that's my hardest thing at the moment with this whole no contact thing, is actually figuring out like what my role is in life, because I'm used to being the one that tended to people's emotional needs a lot growing up, you know? I was always the support person for my mum growing up, so it's been really confusing just stepping away from that role and then kind of being like, and almost sad in a way, kind of not feeling like, it might make you feel like you're not needed in a way. But it will say here, the healing journey for a lightworker then will include learning to identify their own needs, which I struggle to even know what I need still, just because of how much I've been giving, and you might resonate with that. And to take care of ourselves, like, that is key for a lightworker. They have to learn to receive too, rather than focus on giving. Only then will they be allowed by the universe to step into a role of healer for others. Lightworkers often attract people who open up and tell them all their problems. They could be in a query in a grocery store, at a rowdy party, or to lunch on a bus, anywhere that is not a therapist's room. People sense their goodness and lack of judgment and respond to it. So as long as a lightworker maintains their personal boundaries, which I'm working on, and takes care of their own needs so that they have enough energy to help others, they will feel loved and enhanced by expressing their giving nature. However, if a lightworker feels like they are being dumped on by other people who might offload their negativity or take advantage of the lightworker's good nature, then the lightworker can become drained, feel used, or worthless. They may even start to feel the other person's issues as if they were their own. This is not acceptable, and the lightworker will need to practice saying no to these sorts of interactions. This can be hard at first. A lightworker wants to say yes to people, but sometimes it is more loving for all involved to simply say, I love you, but this is not respectful to me, and it's not good for you to be enabled in disempowering behaviour either. When a lightworker does this, they're saying no to the ego, and yes to the higher self of all people involved. A lightworker will frequently have different belief systems to most people around them, to the point sometimes that they may wonder if they belong here or on some faraway planet. And I'm sorry if you felt that way before, because I have. Sometimes this is very painful for a lightworker who for a time may feel that they actually belong somewhere else in the universe and wonder if they really meant to be here on Earth at all. However, as they fall in love with Earth and realize they are meant to be here for a higher spiritual calling, a sense of purpose is found that brings more joy and less suffering. Eventually the lightworker finds not only their divine purpose, but also a joyful and loving sense of belonging to the Earth. Lightworkers are supposed to be different. If they fit in with the crowd, they wouldn't be able to bring in new ideas that help humanity move forward spiritually. Over time, the feeling of being a black sheep can become the freedom to be an independent thinker. Then the lightworker can help humanity break out of stagnant and fearful thought patterns. It isn't always an easy path, but it is a beautiful and deeply spiritual one. Lightworkers need to remember that even if they feel alone sometimes, there are other sensitive, highly spiritual beings just like them on this planet. And that's why I'm making this video, because us lightworkers, we need each other. As they take their journey, they will be able to relax more, trust, and attract not only higher spiritual guidance into their life, but also like-minded humans too. Wow. What did you guys think of that? So the next one is, could I be a lightworker? So if you're reading this or you're watching this video, then you probably are. Some clues that you might be a lightworker, although perhaps still in disguise, in the sense that you are only just discovering it, so these are the list. You are often referred to as sensitive or emotional or compassionate, or perhaps a soft touch or pushover. You feel different, find it hard to sense where you belong, or wonder if you are from another planet, literally or metaphorically. You sometimes think you might be a bit crazy because you tend to think very differently to those around you, and you wonder why you can't be normal like everyone else. You get a sense of knowing or strong feeling impressions about people or situations for no apparent reason. Sometimes you have a feeling or impression that fills you with emotion, or an inner knowing that you find very hard to translate into words. It's like literally, I struggle to get my words out. Your mood seems to be affected by stronger forces than just your day-to-day experiences, such as natural disasters you see on the news, or spending time with people who are depressed, unwell, or angry. You experience headaches, flu-like symptoms, hot flushes, increased sensitivity to light or sound or television with no apparent physical reason for that experience. These symptoms may come and go unpredictably. Sometimes you don't speak your truth because you know it will upset people and you prefer to keep the peace, but eventually you find you have to speak up anyway. And that's what I'm doing now. You become emotionally uplifted when in nature, hearing beautiful music or seeing something in an art gallery or in a shop window. And yeah, so these are just some of the indicators. And this is, are you a light worker? So it says, if you answer yes to more than 4 of the questions below, you are a light worker. If you answer yes to fewer than 4, you might still be a light worker, but just in the process of waking up. No matter how long you've been on your journey, great things await you now. So, mate, count the yeses and the nos. I'm about to read out I think there's 14 questions, so you ready? Do you want to make a positive contribution to this planet, even if you aren't sure how? Is spiritual growth meaningful and important to you in this lifetime? Do you feel the need to live your own life, even if it's unusual or different? Do you feel you may have an underlying mission or purpose to your life? Do you feel that human culture on this planet needs healing and change? Do you feel that your beliefs are different from those around you? Is it important for you to think for yourself and follow your own inner truth? Yes, and I want us all to do that. Do you feel called to be of service, whether in a profession, your relationship, or in the way you live your life? Do you believe that the earth is in the process of healing herself and human beings along with her? Do you believe that we need to move out of fear-based decision making? Do you tend to gather communities around you or find people drawn to you and your ideas? Do you need time with people as well as time alone in solitude to feel well and balanced? Do you wish for greater spiritual connection in your physical life? Fuck yeah! And do you want to learn about spiritual matters and incorporate them into your life? And yeah, so this is like the advice kind of moving forward. So light workers are awakening all over the world. Even though you may not have thought of yourself as a light worker, if you're awakening and working on yourself as a human being, then you are helping bring the light of consciousness to our planet. You might be a baby light worker, like me, just starting to explore your spirituality and wonder how it might lead to a happier and healthier life. Or you might be an advanced light work practitioner, working with groups already sharing your light and special gifts, whatever they may be, with those around you. Lightworkers are all unique. Whatever the field in which they work, they have a sense of the spiritual about them. Many are educators or in politics or other leadership roles. Many others work in art, music, film, media, and publishing. Still others have very quiet lives and develop their personal spirituality, which is an important gift to our planet. No matter what sort of lightworker you might be, or even if you prefer to use a different term or none at all, to describe your spiritual path this lifetime, we can all benefit from receiving loving guidance and inspiration as we move to the next step, for each and every one of us has a next step to take. It is my privilege to be here with you and offer guidance and inspiration for whatever the next step for you may be. Here are some suggestions, and that's Alana. That's Alana Fairchild, and she's amazing. Like, this deck has saved my life as well, because if I don't have it, and you're going through this, you're a light worker and you don't know that you're a light worker, like, and you just feel like out of place and that there's something wrong with you and that maybe you don't belong here, I think it's really important for me to just put that out there, because I don't want anyone feeling that way. So this is her advice, and it's valuable. So find support from teachers, groups, guides, angels, even this oracle deck. And once again, you might be able to find it online. It's Alana Fairchild's Lightworker Oracle deck, and it is beautiful. It's for guidance and empowerment for those who love the light. And when you work with this light work deck, it actually helps you work with your light, if that makes sense. You can ask the universe to help you find the best people to help you on your journey. And that's the thing too, when you are a light worker, I'm learning now, like, if I don't have anyone I can ask for advice or guidance, I ask my spirit guides, because they are always there to help. You can ask them to bring, like it said, people, or, you know, if you need financial support. Like, it's very hard for people to believe that, because we're taught we need to earn, but they actually can help you in that ways. And I've had times in the past, especially financially, where I've asked for help and they have helped me. And it's like, yeah, they're always there to help you. And then it says, then go out, explore and trust your intuition. If something feels right for you, venture into it. The moment it no longer feels right for you, move on. Some groups and teaching relationships are meant to last a short time, others for a long time. These can feel like a soul family connection where you are perhaps understood for the first time in your life. But even families must sometimes grow apart in order to truly develop spirituality and find their own way in the world. Don't be afraid to get involved, but don't be hesitant to find your own way when you feel it on your heart. The second one is connection and independence are part of the lightworker's path. You must trust your instincts about when to get support and when you might need to stand on your own and trust your own divine connection. So not always listening to what other people are saying outside of you. I believe our greatest wisdom truly is from within ourselves. If we really, really listen, our intuition will tell us when to let go, when to hold on, if this person is right, if this person is aligned with me. And I'm still learning very much to listen to my intuition. It takes time, and don't be hard on yourself about it either. The next one is to learn to self-soothe in times of emotional and psychological stress. Lightworkers tend to be sensitive. Learning how to manage the ups and downs of life is important. It can take a while and lots of experimenting to learn how to do this in the best way for you. Keep trying new ways to relax and recharge until you find what works for you. Sometimes that might mean playing with others, sometimes that might mean time on your own. And then lastly, practice psychic clearing and protection regularly, which is so important. I did not realize the importance of clearing your energy and protecting your energy. When I do energy clearing, there's a video on YouTube, I might link it below, that is great. I always feel like it's almost like having a bath sometimes. Like, it feels like when you clean your energy, like you almost step out of the shower sort of thing. But when we are around people, and I know I'm fully aware that we all have auras and we all have energy fields, when you are around people and you are a light worker, you tend to sometimes, like it said, feel other people's emotions, and I felt a lot of stagnant energy, or just feelings that aren't your own sort of thing. So I want to get back into doing it every day. I haven't been at the moment, but they say it's good to do at least one kind of spiritual practice if you are a light worker, to kind of just keep you grounded and not get so overwhelmed by emotion, because I'm trying to learn that, because I do get very, very, very overwhelmed by emotion. Very. But that's why I love going out in nature. That's my thing. And yeah, so being in nature and getting spiritual healing from a practitioner who feels right for you to work with. So you could get like Reiki, or it's purely just what feels right for you. So like, what works for me might not work for you, and it doesn't mean that my way is right and your way is wrong. I just believe that people should do what feels right for them. It's like food, you know, like might be okay for someone else, but then someone else might be allergic to it, you know, sort of thing. Like, it's what's good for someone else isn't necessarily good for our own soul, sort of thing. And that's for you to find out, and it's going to be fun, you know, finding out what, I'm struggling to get my words out. And yeah, I've got more about the practice of light work, but I kind of just, for me, that's kind of where I am at, is just kind of getting to the state of where I'm able to say yes comfortably and say no comfortably, be in the balance of giving and receiving, not giving all the time, spending time on my own, although I love spending time on my own, but I really struggled with it. So a balance of connecting with people and then being alone, because I find for me that's where I tend to recharge, and I can really process and let go and be myself, because I'm still scared of being myself. Yeah, so I've always wanted to kind of share about light work, but then my fear was like, no one really understands it, blah. But that's like the whole thing about being a light worker, is the shit that we bring, it's different, it's new, it's gonna trigger people, it's gonna make them uncomfortable, and I'm sorry if people make you feel like you're a bad person for challenging their beliefs, because I see you and I know our purpose here is to bring peace and love to the earth plane, and we need it more than ever, like now, like more than ever. So yeah, I just thought, fuck it, why not talk about this kind of thing, and I hope maybe some people resonated on it. If you do, please reach out. I would love, like, because I don't, like it said in the book with my family, I'm on a completely different path to them. I've been craving, like, just craving, like, a soul family, essentially, of light workers. And so if you do resonate, please feel free to reach out. Maybe we could create, like, a little light worker community. Especially being from New Zealand, there's not a lot of, I'm sure if I look hard enough, I'll find some, but just kind of around light work, or like a spiritual sort of teacher. If there's any spiritual teachers watching this, please. But yeah, I think the most important thing on this is to know that you're not alone. And if you are surrounded by loving spiritual energy, and your spirit guides and your angels are always with you, protecting you, and they've been giving me strength and hope. So yeah, I love you guys, and thank you for listening, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.